walking in. We just did a part of the interview process. Now you get to go do another one.
Getting in.
Oh my gosh.
He's getting in.
You're so stupid. And so, hey y'all. So I'm going, I'm kind of tag teaming here. But hey y'all, so that was a video of me walking in to The Price is Right, right before the next video that I'm about to show you happened. And so we are going to go ahead and do this. I'm so excited. Because this really happens.
Next up, it's the new wine cellar and beverage center. This premium wine cellar and beverage center each have a 5.6 cubic foot capacity and LED track lighting from Danby.
Thank you very much. Thank you, James. Lisa, what do you bid?
$1,100.
$1,100. Good luck, 1,100. Virginia.
$1,000.
$1,000. Adam.
$690.
$690. Good luck, Jacqueline.
$2,000, Drew.
$2,000. Here we go. Actual retail price $2,198. Jacqueline. Jacqueline, what's going on? How are you? You should be fabulous. Look at you on stage at The Price is Right. Is it just like you dreamed it?
Oh my God, everything I dreamed.
George, get the dream going. Don't let her wake up yet.
Oh, Jacqueline, you right now have a chance to win. Wait for it, $20,000.
Follow me. Come here. We're playing a game called Time is Money. Okay? It really is a time game. You're going to have to get all those items right there physically from that table over to here in 10 seconds. George, tell us about the items, please.
All right, here we go. First, breakthrough allergies with non-drowsy Allegra. It starts working in just 1 hour and stays strong for 24 hours. Breakthrough with Allegra, used only as directed. And then next up, that is a 3.03 ounce bag of barbecue flavored rice crisps. Next up, it's a box containing 4 egg rolls with dipping sauce. And then, if you make a mess, a 4-count box of household scrubbing pads. And then finally, it's a 13.7 ounce bottle of iced coffee drink.
Now I'm going to put 10 seconds on the clock. Put 10 seconds on the clock, please. Thank you. Now in 10 seconds, you have to physically get all those items in your hands, bring them over to these pads right here. Now, we have these numbers written on the back. We also have it written in the front. It's easier if you stay in the back, we found out. If you think an item is up to $2.99, $0 to $2.99, put it here. If you think an item is $3 to $5.99, put it here. If you think it's $6 and over, put it here. If you can get it in the right place in 10 seconds, I'll give you $20,000. Stand by, Jacqueline. Get ready. Because you only have 10 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! There she goes. There she goes. There she goes. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2 seconds. 1 second. Man. That was really good. Jacqueline, come here. Were you looking for price tags on the bottom? Because there weren't any. For $20,000, is she right? Oh. Well, listen. I'll tell you what we're going to do, Jacqueline. See up here it says $20,000?
Yes.
Now, when I say go, we're going to give you a second chance. That's just going to start counting down to $0. It's going to go 19,000, 18,000, 17,000, just about that fast. It goes pretty fast. You're going to rearrange these in the right order. Run over here, hit the button. Okay? Now, we also found out it's easier for you to stay back here in the back.
Okay.
Now, if you hear that buzzing sound, that means you don't have it. Go rearrange them again. Keep doing it until you hear the ding, ding, ding. Then you can stop. All right? The faster you can put them in the right order, the more money you make. It's going to start counting down from 20,000 to 0. You ready, Jacqueline? 1, 2, 3, go! Yes! Yes! Look at that! Jacqueline, $18,000. $18,479. happy. I'm gonna spin the wheel right after this. Don't go away.
I'm literally sitting here laughing. I laugh at that video every single time, you guys, for so many reasons.
Hey, you guys.
Oh shoot. Okay.
I
sorry.
am.
Sorry, my YouTube is playing. But I laugh at that video so much because there's so many layers to this story. How this story honestly started with me getting on The Price is Right. I was at home. I had surgery, so I was at home for a little while, and I was watching The Price is Right every single day. Right? I mean, come on, what do you do when you're at home? You're watching daytime TV. And so I was watching The Price is Right. Hey, girl, hey, what's up, Vanessa? I was watching The Price is Right every single day. And so with watching it, I would just watch these people win. I mean, there's some times that I would literally be watching people win and I'm in tears. Oh my God, I'm so happy for that. I'm like wiping tears. Swear, true story. And so it got to a point where, there was a certain amount of money I wanted, $20,000. I kid you guys not, $20,000. I swear I should tell that story before I play the video. But I wanted $20,000 because I needed it, I needed it for the family. I felt like if I had this amount of money, we would be okay and things would work out just fine. And so I started thinking about this $20,000, and then moved, fast forward. I tell, my husband, I said, come on, I think we need to go. And honestly, what happened, his grandmother passed away. And she was she loved The Price is Right. She loved watching The Price is Right. And she, loved just the show in general. And he talked about sitting and watching it with her. And so I went and I was like, we got to go. We got to go on the show after she passed. I was like, we got to go. Let's just go in honor of Grandma. And so our shirt said, this is for you, Grandma. And so, we were really excited. So when I went through the line, I'm being me. And I go through the line and I'm just being myself. And so, mind you, that night before, we went out on the town in LA, and I had this weird feeling in the pit of my stomach, right? Like something is going to happen. Like, this is so weird. Like, I'm having this feeling. And little did I know that feeling is that in a sense of when I'm aligning with something. Okay. It was an energetic feeling in my stomach now that I'm thinking about it. But anyway, and so I was getting this feeling in the pit of my stomach, like, oh my God, like something is really about to happen. And then, we go to the studio and I'm juiced. I'm posting pictures, and you saw, we're walking in and my husband says, she's about to get in, y'all. She's about to get in. I'm looking like, that, don't talk like that. Like, you're freaking me out, And so you get there and they take your phones. So now our phones are gone. I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. And so we get inside, and quite frankly, inside was amazing because you're sitting there with everybody. Everybody's putting on the personality because they're really trying to get picked. They're trying to get their name picked to be on the stage. And I'm not sitting there talking to nobody because I'm like, I still have this crazy feeling in my stomach. I'm like, what's happening? And so I'm sitting there and they play, and little do you know, on the TV, they're playing The Price is Right. And they're playing exactly the games that you're about to go in there and play. When I tell y'all I'm sitting there staring at the TV because I couldn't get the anxiety or whatever feeling I had going on in my stomach out, I'm sitting there staring at the TV, and that exact game I played, I watched it. I remember the lady, hers got down to 0. And I remember thinking to myself, if that were me, what would I do? I remember feeling the feelings. And I remember going over it strategically in my mind, what I would do. That's why you saw me pick up all the boxes, because I had already thought about it. Okay? We're talking inspired action, you guys. Things that are just, why am I sitting here watching this TV? Because I felt like it? No, I'm sitting here like, this is a weird feeling in my stomach. I'm just going to try to forget about it. I'm watching the TV. And then when they called my name, I think I jumped on every single person in the row I was sitting in. I think I jumped on feet, legs. I was all on people's bodies. I was everywhere because I just couldn't believe my name was one of the first names called. So by the time it got to the wine fridges, y'all don't understand. I have been looking up wine fridges for so long. I wanted a wine fridge so bad. And so I knew the prices of those things. I knew the price of wine fridges just because I wanted one. Okay. This is putting everything that we've been doing from day 1 to day 4 into place. You have your desire. You become unblocked. You become unworthy. I'm not unworthy, unworried about the situation. And it just becomes, I'm going, I'm being, I'm doing. I'm getting into inspired action. I had an inspired thought to go to The Price is Right. That was an inspired thought. That came out of nowhere. Who just drives down to LA to go to The Price is Right? And I had been off work. Y'all don't understand. I had been off work for a while. I had not been working and had just gotten back to work and was in training. And I remember my boss telling me, "You don't need to be, where are you going?" I was like, "I'm going to The Price is Right." And I said, and all this mess you talking, this is literally, I told him this, all this mess you talking, watch me come back and win some money. Do y'all hear me? Watch me come back and win some money. I mean, y'all don't understand the good feeling I have in my heart right now, just even telling the story. So I'm telling you all of this to say, you are a master storyteller. The words that are flowing from your lips off of your tongue are powerful. You have to remember that. That's why it's so beautiful when you start off knowing what you want, knowing what you desire, and taking that very thing, clearing whatever's blocking you from not getting it. There's stuff blocking you. We got stuff. We got junk, right? We all got junk hovering around, hanging out. My job was my junk. I had to let them know I'm going. Unblock myself. But no, but honestly, the blocks that you may have, I didn't have any blocks about thinking I wasn't going to win money. All I was thinking was, I'm going to go there, I'm going to have a good time, and I'm probably going to win me some money. Okay. And so I want to remind you, the power is yours. It's yours, baby. And so that's why this challenge is so important to me. We start off with our wants. Now we know how to clear the blocks. And if you're not signed up for the little email, y'all, the list, sign up for the email list, because I sent out a EFT tapping video this morning to really help clear the blocks. And it was funny because I was like, I'm going to start off talking about the bad stuff. And I didn't say that much bad. I didn't say very many bad things, because I really want to infuse in you and upon you that you are already abundant. The amount of money that you deserve is already at your fingertips. You just have to believe it's so. Your desire, your want is already there. Believe it's so. And then once you've gotten to that level, what's the next thing you do? Baby, we up leveling. We going up to the next level. What do you want again? Ask yourself again. That's why I said this work is constant. Always ask yourself what you want. You deserve it. Every time it's even a feeling. I had a feeling I wanted $20,000. It was just a feeling. Where does that come from? And then when I got the your little IRS thing at the end, what the total was, because my wine fridge was $2,000 and my money was $18,000. I in total got $20,000 off of The Price is Right. So that's why I'm sitting here telling you, and I am just like almost begging you, please be a master of your words, because they matter. There's this book, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel. Y'all know, for those who know me, y'all know I love books. So there's this book, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel. Oh, I haven't even been looking at my comments, but and by Don Miguel. And one of the agreements is be impeccable with your words. They are powerful, whether you're paying attention or not. You could be saying bad things, baby, and they just as powerful as the good. And so be impeccable with your words. I think even the Bible says your tongue is like a sword, right? Your tongue, that thing, it's like a sword. So be impeccable with your words. But how do the words come out onto your tongue? It's based upon your thoughts. It's based upon your subconscious mind. We think and speak subconsciously. A lot of it's not conscious unless you stop yourself. Then you're like, I'm not going to say that. But then you've already thought it and it's already out there anyway. So yes. Oh my gosh, Nikki, I'm just so excited. Yay, you're on the email list. And the EFT tapping is amazing. And I just have to tell you guys, EFT tapping is nothing but phenomenal. I'm planning to, I am definitely embarking upon it more and more, and I'm loving it. I'm loving and embracing the clearing that it does. And so I just really want to tell you, these are fundamental techniques and tips and tricks that I have, but there's something that I have coming up that if you join, you're going to get personalized everything, which is really exciting because I have a lot of stuff in my toolbox. Okay. And so, again, you are a master storyteller. You are the master of, that's like my favorite quote, the master of your fate, captain of your soul. You have control of this boat that you are riding on, this car you are driving. It is fully in your control. And so it is just a matter of how you get in there. It is just a matter of, what you're doing and what you're saying to push yourself to these dreams and these goals. Every single one of you are worthy of every single dream, every single desire. You are a gift. Y'all keep hearing me say this. You are a gift. And it's funny because I keep telling y'all, my girl Amanda, this morning I was listening to her meditation, and what she specifically stated was, I am created from the Most High. Ooh, I don't know why that hit me so hard in my chesty bones today, but I have been created by the Most High. And when you remember that you are a creation of God, and if He created you, you are nothing but, just like we're just amazed by the trees and amazed by the animals, we should be amazed by ourselves, the way we think and the way our thoughts and the way we have full control. Honey, you're magical. Your thoughts are magical. Your words are magical. So again, let's stop pretending like we don't have magic wands right here in the midst of our mouths or in the subconscious of our minds. We are magical. So start to use your magic for good, because it's working whether or not you believe it. So, I mean, I'm not that into Harry Potter, so this is going to be like a weird reference, but I guess which one of the houses do you belong in? I don't know. I don't know all of that, but I'm gonna go to the comments. I'm gonna go to the comments before I embarrass myself. So, yes, oh yeah, you love that book. Thanks for the reminder. Yes, The Four Agreements is amazing. It is an amazing book. I am a constant book I will rep a book real quick. I will tell you, you need to go read this book because it's the bomb. So The Four Agreements is the bomb. Be impeccable with your words. Don't take things too personally. Like it has a lot of the agreements are really, it's simple, but if you definitely go about it, it's everything that we're sitting here saying and put it together. Honey, you're going to be living the life, okay? So it is all about being impeccable with your words, remembering that you are magical. I am magical, and so are my words. And I love that. You are magical, and so are your words. I am magical, and so are my words. And so that's why when I showed the video at the beginning of me going on The Price is Right, I just want to show you that leading up to that, for every person, there's a story. Any person that's won some money, that's why they started that TV show of, the lotto winners, right? Going and asking them questions. Because for every person that has won some money, they have gone through a process where they become aligned with what they were going to win in that moment. And so that's just a big example. Think about little ones. When you're driving down the street and you're like, ooh, I'm going to get all green lights on my way to work today. And all of a sudden, bing, 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 all the lights are green. If you haven't tried it, try it. That's dope. And then always believe it. It can't be it didn't work for me this time. No, it has to be I'm going to get green lights all the way. And then, and then if you don't get one, it's okay. Next time it's going to happen to me. The next time it will happen to you. So just keep believing. And that's what all of this is. It is a constant belief in what you are saying you want and desire. That's why the how doesn't matter. Because if you constantly believe, you are going to be led by inspired action every step of the way. Because it starts out with the belief, right? You start off with the, oh, I want that. At that moment, you believe you can have it. Because if you want it, you believe you can have it. So once you have that desire in your heart, that's just the first step. Keep believing. Remind yourself the next day. That's just like, this is going to be a far out example, but that's just like meeting someone and then they're, you get their name the first time, but then you don't get it the next time because you're like, I don't know who this person is, unless you get their name the next day and then the next day. And then by day 3, you're like, oh yeah, that's who that is. That's Keisha. Right. But it takes you a while. And so it's the same. Our mind is the same mind. We're dealing with the same mind here. And so you have to constantly remind your mind what it is that we're trying to do so we can get to work. Because every action that you're really participating in is from the subconscious mind. It's a subconscious action. So make sure that you're doing it from a place of this is what I want, so your subconscious mind knows where to go. And so, this is something else I wanted to say. Life is not happening to you. Life has been presented for you. For you. I heard that quote I think I was listening to somebody's random IG live, and I was like, what? You know, for you. Life is happening for you. It is for your abundance. It is for your deserving. It is for your gifts. It is for you to be in a place of service and to love on the world with the things that make you happy. You know, me coming here, I'm sitting here talking to y'all, and it just makes me, it makes me so happy. I was so elated. I was so tired when I got off the live yesterday. Normally I go live on TikTok. I was like, TikTok, y'all just get a TikTok because I'm tired. But no, seriously, it feels so good. I put so much of me into it because I'm right where I belong. I've felt like that before, but not like this. I told someone I felt like I was dancing down a yellow brick road. Like I'm Dorothy. You know, so that's how it's supposed to feel. And I'm telling you, when I interviewed my girl Nikki, you're the first person that I've ever seen with that type of light you up, where it was like she's right where she belongs. And she said it landed into my lap. And that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it came for me. And it's supposed to be with flow and ease. Just say what you want. Put it out there. The desires of your heart. Okay. Yes, Nikki, I love you. Said, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. So I am super, super pumped. So the desires of our heart, master storyteller. We are telling a new story. How did it go with everybody looking at their blocks last night? I kind of want to know if anybody had any blocks. Can you let me know? Just let me know. Because I like to talk about the blocks and just like kind of try to explain it. So I do want to get into that a little bit to make sure that when we're telling our story, it is going to flow easily, because it won't be able to flow. Remember I said, it's the path of least resistance. It has to be a clear path in order for it to just flow right out. I won't go there again today, but yeah, y'all know what I mean. So let me know your blocks. Did anybody have any? Oh my goodness. I was like, I need to quit talking about boo-boo. Anyway, but I do have something I want to say. Okay. Nikki has a good one. Let's talk about it. I'm discovering that I am a perfectionist mentally, and I go into shame when I make mistakes. Huge block for me. Yes, queen. So let me tell you something. I have a quote for you. Perfectionism is procrastination in high heels. I'll say that again. Perfectionism is procrastination in high heels. So mentally, what is blocking you? You said you go into shame when you make mistakes, and so your fear of making mistakes. There is a time where someone, isn't that great? There was a time when something happened to you and you were shamed for making a mistake. And so now at this point for you, I want you to start reminding yourself, like, mistakes are beautiful. Like, start to make a mistake, or making a mistake something sexy, right? No shame around it. Girl, you're gonna make mistakes. We gonna fall, and then we learn. And so how else am I supposed to learn if I don't make a mistake, right? And just start talking through it. Like, start to try to talk failure out of a bad thing, but into more of a, hey, everybody does. We all need to fail. Or I'm just getting one step closer to my success. Right? Like, every time I make a misstep, I'm getting one step closer to my success. And, honestly, at the end of the day, that's really what your block is the fear of messing up, honey. And boo-boo, you have done a lot of great things, and messing up is not one of them. It is not one of them. You are doing amazing. And even the mistakes you've made, they've only made you stronger, better. And that's another thing. Ooh, that's a good exercise. If you guys are down for this, make a list of the mistakes you have made. This is a really good one. I did it, and I love it. Make a list of all the mistakes you've made, and then actually fold your paper in half, so it's definitely in half. Make a list of all the mistakes you've made. Then go down that list of all those mistakes, like big ones that really make you feel like, the ones that are like hindering your heart. And then go back and make a list of what you've learned from each in every one of those mistakes. And what you learned is your reframe story. This is the beauty that came out of the storm. Okay. And so when you do that, then you're going to rip the list in half with all the mistakes, and then you're going to burn the mistakes because they're no longer mistakes. They're now just lessons. Okay. Lessons. So I really think that you should try that one. That one is beautiful, and that is a great way. Yay! Okay, good. Yay, Nikki. That is a great way to just really remove the shame and the sadness of the mistake, and just remember that this is just a lesson. This is a lesson I learned, and it's like a physical exercise, so it makes you be like, forget the mistake. Yes, the lesson, Yes, lessons, not mistakes. Yes. Okay, Roseland. Yes. I get too wordy trying to over explain and end up getting saying forgetting it. I mean, yes, okay, that I don't know enough to really do what I am doing or show my show. Oh, all right. Rosalind. So I'm kind of curious. I want to, this is me wanting to go like deeper into this, but I'm kind of curious what it is you do. And what I want you to start thinking about is, okay, what I do at the end of the day, what you do, you're doing it and you've been doing it for a while. And you probably need to recognize your sense of yes. Oh, okay, good. She has a lot of good ones. Okay. So what you need to do is, for what you've been doing, you've probably been doing it for a while. You've probably been in this realm, in this like industry for a while. Like, for example, it's hilarious. Okay, so this is my example. My girl, shout out to Corinne. Corinne, I love you, girl. My girl Corinne, I was talking to her and I was just saying, like, yeah, girl, I've changed so much. And she was like, no, honey, you've always been this person. She said, now you're just turning it into a living. And I'm like, oh my God. And so when I really think about it, I have always been like an uplifting person, wanting everyone around me to be their best self and very positive. That's why I ended up writing my book, because everyone was always asking me, how are you so positive? And so I was like, God, I got to write a book about it. But my whole point to what I'm saying is, I've been doing this all my life. And so I didn't know that this is where I belonged. I didn't know this was my gift. So whatever it is that you're doing, you've probably been doing it all your life. And so at the end of the day, what you're going to have to do is, just tap into, I know what I'm doing, right? Like, what you're doing, enough. Remember all the years and all the examples. It can be family, friends, all the examples. And you said on your show. So that's another thing. Like, if you say you get too wordy trying to over explain, I feel that. I'm a worthy person. I am worthy. Okay. So what you would have to do is continue to just embrace what you're saying. And if you notice yourself getting too wordy, take a deep breath. Because you have to remember, whoever is watching you, they don't want to watch somebody perfect. So let me tell y'all, I have another book that I read. Oh, okay. Okay, good. So Rosalind says, I help Christians share their story, their testimony based on their favorite scripture and their why they believe what they believe. Ooh, so you do great work, honey. And you've been probably helping people out all your life, helping people with their testimony and understanding their why and their feelings. And so you have years of experience. Just tap into all the years you've been doing it. It could be anything like, oh, I've been the one that all my girlfriends came to, right? Or all my cousins, every time I went somewhere, they had to ask me everything. And I just helped them with the scriptures and we just put it together. Like, anything. You've been doing it for so long that, honey, you're a pro. So you know enough. Give yourself the credit. Go back, make a list of all the things. That's another thing you can do. If you don't ever feel like, oh my God, I'm not good enough, I didn't do enough, whatever that block may be, I want you to sit down, make a list, no matter how big, no matter how small, of all the things that you've done and relate it to how it could affect and help what you're doing now. Okay. And so it's funny because to me, and that's like, I love to give examples. For me, I was an event planner. An event planner has really nothing to do with what I'm doing now, right? But then at the same time, my girl Bridget's here. Shout out to Bridget. Hey, girl. Hey. At the same time, I'm going to be, having retreats and doing events with my accountability partners, which is going to allow me to embrace all of the event planning, all of the things that I've done. It's going to allow me to make events and summits and things like that flow for us when we do them together. right? I'm, they put me over hospitality. That makes sense. Right. And so at the end of the day, what ends up happening is everything, all the experience that you've had has led you up to this moment. So list it out and say how it's going to help you now. You're experienced. Hey, you have the resume, baby. Trust me. Okay. And so I love that. And then another thing Rosalind said, as far as a block, I can totally tell. Yeah, I am more comfortable putting others in front of me while I hide in the background. And I understand that. That's totally fabulous, Yes. Heather's the bomb. Heather Bird, that's another accountability partner with me, helped her share her story for an event. Yes. And so that's the thing. Your story needs to be heard. And you keep putting other people in front of you, they can't hear your beautiful story. Your testimony can't touch them to help them elevate. Right. And so at the end of the day, what I want you to remember is you are phenomenally powerful. You are amazing. Continue to put yourself out there because there's a reason why you're being called to do it. Again, you're created by the Most High, right? You've been created, destinedly created. And so whatever it is he is pulling you and calling you to do, you make sure that you continue to do that, love bug, because your gift is needed. And so when you get past the block of putting others in front and you start saying, I need to be in front. God called me to be out here. Yes, he did. He wants me here, baby. Oh, everybody get out the way. I got to get out front. You're going to feel so empowered and beautiful because your message is going to be one that feels not just phenomenal to you, but to the people that needed to hear it. They were waiting for you. So since you seem like such a wonderful, wonderful human being, and I just adore you. And so I think your message is needed, and please put it out there. Kia block, sometimes thinking things are too good to be true. That's a good block. And guess what, Kia? It's a lie. It's a lie. Things are always, you're allowed to have too good to be true. Why? You're allowed to have too good. You're allowed to have too good. What's keeping you from thinking, or what's keeping you thinking too good to be true, is your sense of not feeling worthy. You have to feel worthy in order to get whatever it is that you're receiving. So when you receive it, you let yourself know the fact that I even got this makes me worthy. Otherwise, I couldn't have gotten it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been aligned. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been for me. Because I'm worthy. I'm worthy of all of this. All of that. Right? You're worthy. And so, and really, in order to fully clear your block, think about when is the first time you felt unworthy of something. Okay. When was that first time you felt unworthy of something? You go back to that moment and you tell yourself, that's why people say inner child work and all that other beautiful stuff. But you go back and you remind yourself, honey, you've always been worthy. You retell that story. Just like a lot of the times, there are people who will have financial blocks, and the financial block will be because their parents didn't let them have certain things, right? And so, like for me, I'm gonna tell y'all my financial block. And so for me, when I was younger, I wanted to have this birthday party, and my mom told me, no, we can't afford decorations. I was like, oh my God, And so that's kind of another reason why I spinned off into party planning. But it was this 10th birthday party. And so I decided I was going to start babysitting a whole bunch of people's kids in order for me to get this money so I can get these decorations for my party. And yes, January is New Year's Eve and my birthday was in August. And let's just say I started babysitting in January. So I'll be planning early. So I started babysitting and I saved up my little money. And we had this corner store, Nikki Boswell's, this corner store that is around the street from my house, this little candy store. And so I would walk up to Boswell's. So I walked up to Boswell's, bought a whole bunch of decorations, brought them home with my little babysitting money, and, set up my whole party. Little did I know that was a block for me, because that was the first time that I ever felt like I wasn't worthy of money. Because and really, when I go back and think about it, like my mama wouldn't spend money on decorations today. She wouldn't spend $1 on them today. So the thing about it is, it's really just going back and saying, I forgive you, I love you, I'm sorry. I knew it, Boswell's is real MVP. But I forgive you, I love you, I'm sorry. You forgive the person for that feeling. I love you. You still love yourself. You still love that person, and you forgive yourself for even taking part in the worry of the not feeling worthy, right? I forgive you, girl. It's okay. We all go through that, right? I forgive you. I love you, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the part I played in all of that. But I love you. You love the person who did it to you. It's okay. They knew no better. My mom didn't know that it was going to, cause me to have money issues where I feel like I have to work really, really hard for everything that I have, because y'all don't realize that's a block too, right? That is something that you tell yourself. You don't have to work really, really hard. And that's a whole nother conversation. But anyway, I realized that, working really, really hard was a part of my MO. And I felt like I couldn't have anything or anything of substance unless I wasn't working my behind off, sweating and stressing. It's not true, people. Write your new story. If you want to work 3 days out the week and you want to make a certain amount of money, then that's what you can do. You can do that. Write that story. You definitely have to make a certain amount each day, right? To live the life that you want to live. But you will get inspired action telling you the action steps to take in order to make that amount of money for those 3 days that you want to work, because you know that you want Monday, Friday off. Okay. And so these are just things. And it's not that you have to work really hard those days. You're just going to take strategic, inspired action. And especially when it's in something that you love to do, it feels good. It just feels fabulous. So I want you to remember, you are a master storyteller. I'm sorry, my cousin is texting me up a storm. You are a master storyteller. You write your own story. Whatever your story is intended to be, you write it. Okay. And so, going back to, thinking that it's too good to be true, I just want to let you guys all know you're worthy. You're worthy of all the abundance, all the greatness. Make that your story, And that's why I'm super excited, because tomorrow we're going to get into the feelings. Like, I'm going to do a whole meditation where we're going to sit here and really feel the feelings. So I want you to know your story. I know my story. I can write my story 1,000 times and it still comes up the same. It still comes up the same. And I still see myself flying back and forth to New York, because my story includes, I really want to have my own TV show. But I want it to be a positive TV show. I don't want it to be drama filled. I want it to be something where we're uplifting, anyone who's watching. So that's exciting to me. But in order to get there, I'm taking inspired action. It's not like that today. There is tomorrow. It ain't tomorrow. I wish Jesus. But I know that it's going to take action. And I know once I'm there, it is going to feel so, so right. And even in being in this moment, like, I remember, and, Bridget Holla girl, we were in Lisa Nichols, like deep in Lisa Nichols last year around this time, going to her live conferences. And I was looking for what I was meant to do. Looking for it. Would never admit that I wanted to be on TV at that moment. Would have never in front of people. Absolutely not. You don't need to know. Right? I wouldn't have admitted it. And not only just that, beyond that, I published my book. I wouldn't have published my book. I was sitting on it. I had finished writing my book in August that year. And it was just hanging out in my Google Docs. And so now I'm a published author. This is a year later. And these were goals I've had in the back of my mind, but I've always had them. So it's just a matter of the moment you start taking the inspired action, all the dreams and the goals that you have, you will get there. And thank you, Nikki. Love you, babe. But you will get there. You will absolutely get there. Whatever it is, you will get there. Just keep stepping. Keep having each day, being grateful for everything that comes to you, keep getting there. Yay, Bridget, whoop, whoop. Yes. Because we were knee deep into a lot of trainings. We were putting out a lot of ducats on Bridget, giving it up, trying to, do something. But then that just shows you everything, every Zoom call we hopped on, every moment and minute that we spent doing this, it took us to this moment where, Yes, where we're going to be having a summit coming up together, a retreat coming up together. So it's just beautiful. And Bridget said, "Yes, you are the author of your own life. Yes, you are. You are the author of your own life." So I am just so very appreciative of each and every one of you, and I believe in you wholeheartedly. And I know that you can do this. You can do whatever it is that you desire. There's no ceilings. It's only the ceilings that we put on ourselves. You are powerful. We're busting past our ceilings. Every time I say the word ceiling, I literally think of Kamala Harris. I wonder what little young Kamala Harris is thinking right now, right? Does it make you, was she thinking like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna be vice president of the United States? Like, what? Like, I just wonder what that little young one was thinking, if she ever thought she would be. So my whole point to it is, when I think of ceilings breaking, because I wasn't, Kamala's older than us, and I wasn't thinking a woman, let alone a black woman, was going to be in hold such high office. So that's huge to me. She didn't just break her own ceiling, she broke mine. Right. And so I just want to let you know that we have ceilings that we can break, each and every one of us, ceilings that we've placed on ourselves that don't belong there. It could be a financial ceiling. It could be your business ceiling. It could be, your love ceiling. But just see beyond and state it out what it is you want. You have control. You have full control. Yay, Bridget said exactly. Okay, I wasn't sure if I was on the right track. Because she broke my ceiling. I was like, how's she going to break my ceilings? But no, I mean, really, like, being in political office and just, people just doing things that are beyond what we thought could ever happen. I love that. I love that so much. And so I want you guys to go and start breaking your own ceilings, break them, bust past them, and fly, soar. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to watch it. And a lot of you on here, I see you. I see you. I've seen what you can do. So I believe in you. Yes, she was able to stand on the shoulders of Shirley Chisholm. Okay, so that's another thing. Others depend on, and see, Bridget just said it. I'm gonna even put it in the thing, Bridget, because that's how good this is. Others depend on your shoulders. Others are depending to stand up on yours, whether it be your children that are walking. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bridget. I love Bridget. Bridget said you are a giant for others. Yes. Others are waiting for you to explode. You guys heard me talk about Nikki and her dynamic runway group and what they do, how One Strut is like out of this world, and what they do and what they bring to runway. Nikki, baby, you got big shoulders, honey. They gonna stand on them. I'm not saying literally big shoulders. I mean, like, figuratively, with like what you're doing. But you have big shoulders and they are going to stand on them. So I want you to continue what you're doing. Stay on your path. You're here for a reason. You are here for a reason. Because like I said, it's industry breaking, And so everything that we're doing, it may look like what somebody else is doing. Serious, Nikki. It may look like what somebody else is doing, but all within the same breath, it ain't nothing like what anybody else is doing, because it's you. It is uniquely you. Okay, it's gonna come out your mouth different. It's gonna come out in your shows different. It's gonna come out in everything that you do very, very different. And you're welcome, baby. I love you. But it's gonna come out at very, very different. I wish my friend Christy was here. I need to tell her. She is different. She is like no other. And but she is a passion coach, and she helps women get their sex drive back after baby. Man, that's amazing, right? Like, for anybody out there who's had a child and just afterwards was like, get away from me, what that does for a woman. And so when we do these things, when we show up and we are who we're supposed to be, and we're in line with what makes us feel good, we are helping so many others. Little do we know. Okay. So we're going to keep showing up. You are a master storyteller. Yes, Nikki said, "Oh, hey, Christy, that's important work." For real. It is important work. I told her. Ooh, that's a good one, Bridget. Where is the menopause passion coach? Now that is a good one. We gonna look for her. But so see how important there's certain dynamics in all of our lives where if it is something that you can help people through and teach people and coach people through, you can change the world. You are changing the world one person at a time. And so I am just elated. So tonight, because we're rounding up this challenge. And so, I hope you guys were really able to clear blocks. My DMs are open. Slide into my DM if you have a block that you were scared to share, or if you're watching the hashtag replay, slide into my DMs and ask me about a block, and I will come back and try to help you definitely clear it and reframe the thought process around the block. Because in order for you to be a master storyteller, you have to have a clear path. It is the road of least resistance. That is the road that is flowed through. There's always more. There's infinite possibilities. There's always a way to shift your mindset into the better. You don't have to stay stuck in the bad and let's not going very well. You can always shift to the better, the more, the best, the happy, the positive of what happened. It doesn't have to be the bad, because the bad is already there. It made you uncomfortable. That's why it's a feeling for you now. So now it's time to look at it like, okay, well, what was positive from this situation? What did I learn? Like I said with the exercise earlier, you got the mistakes that you made and you got your lessons. Burn the mistakes. The mistakes don't matter. The lesson is what matters every day, right? And so you have to remind yourself that anytime you're having a thought, there's always a better one to have. There's a way to shift the thought to something better, something more positive. And so that's the story of the master storyteller. Because when you're looking at all your blocks and the things that are like, oh my God, it's blocking me. You're looking at all those things, you're focusing, and what we resist will persist. So now you're focusing on the bad thing and you're going to resist it. And it's going to keep coming up, keep coming up, keep coming up, keep coming up. Okay. And so that is why we must clear our blocks in order to be the master storytellers. And then all of a sudden we start touching the things that we're supposed to touch, that we deserve to touch because they belong to us. And touching the things, I mean, in like the bank accounts and the business success and the clients and the things that you are deserving of. So with that being said, we have fun work. I don't like to say homework. Fun work tonight. And so fun work, what I really, really want you to do is I want you to be a master storyteller. Tell a new story and make it beautiful. Get as detailed as you possibly can. Everything that you want. My details go down to I am flying in a plane. I'm going back and forth from New York to LA because I want houses in both. When my kids are grown, y'all gonna see a different side of Jackie. But I want to be able to fly back and forth from New York to LA. I really, really want a house in LA on the beach. I mean, there's so many things that when I tell my story, I can get really detailed. I actually already have the details all the way down to the bathroom, what my bathroom looks like. That's how detailed I want you to be. I want you to be as detailed as possible for your story because these details matter. And they matter because they make you see it, feel it. They kind of bring you into that space. Before I got onto The Price is Right, I definitely saw myself on The Price is Right. I saw myself spin the wheel. I didn't know that wheel was that heavy, but I saw myself spin the wheel. And so I just want to remind you that you are the master of this story. So be as detailed as you possibly can with whatever you see. See it, feel it. If you could even, some people can even imagine smells. I'm not that good, but some people are that good, which is pretty awesome. But I want you to really get into and embody these feelings. So as you're telling your story, writing it out, feel it, see it, be it. And so that's what tomorrow is about. Tomorrow is all about being it. And I'm super juiced about it because we are going to get in a heavy meditation. And it's not heavy like, oh, you'll be asleep, but like a heavy meditation where we're going to sit together and just really go through all of these thoughts, and I'm going to get you to really feel it, see it, and be it. Whether it is you feel the airplane taking off and you feel it landing and it's a little bit more bumpy because it's private, it's a single jet, right, versus a jet with everybody on it, right? Just the feelings that you yay, Nikki, that's beautiful, I'm excited. She said ready for tomorrow. Just the feelings that you would get, but I really want you to get into the feeling. And I will be asking a few people so we can add your examples into it so we can really get you to feel it. Because I really want you to, as I'm saying it and we're talking about it, I'll probably have a binaural beat playing in the background. So as we're saying it and talking about it, we're going to really get into a deep state of feeling and seeing this master story that we're telling today so we can show up as that person daily. I had written a thing about myself, and so I got to show you guys my nails. My nails are done. I had written a thing about myself and this was a couple months ago, and then I wasn't getting my nails done. I wasn't doing anything to my nails. I was just letting them be. Not even a couple months ago, like a year ago. I got to a point. I got to a point where my higher self, when I saw her nails were done. When I saw her, she looked good. She kept her hair done. Like she kept her toes done. She kept herself up. And so when I show up as my higher self, I'm showing up as that woman. So when I know that, oh my gosh, I'm not really feeling it, I'll think to myself, what? And my girl's called Diva Jackie. Please name your higher self. Please name your higher self. My higher self is Diva Jackie. And so, what would Diva Jackie do? How would she show up? And it's only because I felt it. If I didn't feel my nails done, feel what it felt like to be all done up, eyebrows done and feeling good, if I didn't feel that person, then how would I be able to show up as her? Because I don't know what that feels like, right? So you have to feel the feeling. And so that's why tomorrow is so important, because we're going to be embodying that person and feeling the feeling so we can show up as such. So then by Monday, you're going to be like, dang, man, that talking to Jackie and that challenge, now I'm out here, and you're going to be taking that inspired action. You're going to be doing the things. You're going to be showing up in your business, and we are all going to praise you. Okay, I'm excited. I am juiced. I am your biggest cheerleader. I am the person who believes in you the most. And if your family ain't supporting you, hit a girl up. I got your back. I'll support you however I can. Okay, but I have your back, because please understand this. You are meant for greatness. You are meant to soar. You are a gift from the Almighty. And in being a gift from the Almighty, the universe, all I have to say is you were created from greatness. So that makes you abundant already. So we're just going to make you as abundant as you want to be. And abundance is yours. Okay, you are deserving of all the desires of your heart. It's really weird. Over here on Facebook, it looks like it's a background. That's my backyard, y'all. I'm outside. But you are worthy of the abundance. So we're going to come back tomorrow. I'm going to send out the homework. If you are not subscribed, please drop over to my bio. Click the link, subscribe, get on this email list so I can send you this video, I forgot to include the affirmations in the email from yesterday, so I will be including them in the email for today. And I will be also including something else. I have to remember what it was I was going to include. But I want you to get into the feeling and the knowing that you are deserving, you are abundant, and you are absolutely a gift and special. So continue to love on yourself as you love on others. I love you all. We're going to come back tomorrow, okay? And we're going to get into the feeling, feel the feeling, and be that abundant person that we're meant to be. I hope you have the best rest of the day. Why do I get so excited? I'm like, this was awesome. I love you all. And Nick, I'm just so excited. I'll see you all tomorrow.